Hey guys, TC here from the Christian Gaming Channel, bringing a brand new episode of Donkey Kong Country, and in theory this should be the last episode, provided I don't have anything else to show for this. Anyways, just a quick disclaimer, this video is being post-commentated because the original recording completely got messed up for some reason, kind of like that jump. The audio was just completely gone, and I don't know how to explain that. So we had to re-record this entire section of the game. And to be quite frankly honest, I just wanted to be able to super focus on completing these levels because these levels are not inherently hard, but they have a lot of things that just work against you. The platforming itself is relatively simple. Anyways, with that said, that's why we're post-commentating. Also, even with the brightness being boosted up to 150% in this video, it's still difficult to see what's going on. Rare apparently did a very good job making everything unbearably dark. Yeah. My thoughts on this level? It's complicated for me. The platforming itself is fine. The lights on and off gimmick, I could leave or take it, honestly. What gets me is the claptraps. The fact that they jump up with you with your jump is one of the most annoying things about this level. Not even the Kremlings hopping back and forth are that awful compared to the claptraps. Although the singers do come close, I won't deny that. But yeah, Pixel had a lot of very heavy editing to do because a lot of fails had to be condensed down into just a couple clips because it was going to be very, very long if we didn't. So what you're saying is very little failures, and that little mean crocodile right there gave me so much trouble in the first recording that completely failed. I was not very happy about that when I got taken out right at the end. Anyways, this level is platform peril. It's kind of what it says on the tin. It's a stage based around platforms that put you in peril. Effectively, you have these, what looks to be tin roof parts floating in the air, but they have a tendency to completely just fall, which isn't exactly great when you're hovering over a bottomless pit. So there's that. Also, there are certain sections that are more well equipped for Donkey Kong to handle compared to Diddy, as in most of them, because most of these enemies will just knock Diddy back off of them right into the hole. So this is more or less a Donkey Kong stage, but there is a specific section that works really well with Diddy Kong, but that's more towards the end, and that's purely because he can hold the barrel in front of him. That comes in handy so much. If you're playing this level for the first time, I'd highly recommend you just stick to using Donkey Kong, which is exactly the opposite of what most of my level suggestions would be. This level in particular is very Donkey Kong focused, in my opinion. Yeah, that kind of happened. That wasn't the first failure, to say the least. I do have to question why Rare thought adding in monkey mines was a great idea. I mean, Kremling Industries kind of felt like a good finale world, but a good final world. In my opinion, it had the toxic pollution stuff going on. It felt more final than just another trip through the mines. I don't know, it just feels a little bit like padding to me. I don't know what your guys' opinions on that would be, but we're at the section where Diddy Kong is more useful now. Should be relatively simple for Diddy because he can throw the barrels forwards and he doesn't have that extra wind-up time that Donkey Kong does when he's throwing his arms backwards to get extra oomph out of the barrel. much easier with Diddy. Now you have to be careful at that ending part. You don't want to jump on the clump. Trying to combine those two words was not a good idea. Anyways, you don't want to jump on him because he will knock you back right into the pit. I know that from experience. Okay, now for as far as he's like what, Neki Senior or something like that. It's basically the same fight from before, but just a little bit harder. And honestly, I don't like this fight for one reason. The hitbox is super weird. Like, there's plenty of times where it looks like you should have got the hit on him, but you didn't. I don't know what's up with that, honestly. Oh, Chimp Caverns, my bad. Chimp Caverns is a weird world. I don't personally care for it. Either way, we finally made it to K. Rool, and he's just going to cause us trouble, probably. I mean, that's kind of his whole thing. He wants to cause the comics trouble, so it makes sense. His first phase isn't anything too terribly difficult. He just runs back and forth, trying to take you out. Other than that, he's not too hard. You just have to time your jumps well, and avoid being hit by the crown. Now we're moving on to the second phase, where cannonballs fall out of the sky. It's not too hard, honestly. Well, it's not too hard as long as you have a character with a small hitbox, I should say. I will say this though, thank the Lord I made it through this boss on the first try, because I was a little nervous about that, making my way all the way through Chimp Caverns, because that set of levels just drags on, at least for me. I don't want to sound so complainy about it, but it just isn't a fun set of stages for me. But I do enjoy this boss fight though, it's a good challenge. Especially when you're using Diddy Kong. At least, to me, I enjoy playing Diddy Kong with this stage more. His smaller hitbox makes squeezing through those cannonballs just a lot easier to deal with. Anyways, we got our supposed final hit on K. Rool. I think all the credits are being spelt incorrectly should give you an idea of what's going to happen, if you've never seen what's happened before. And would you look at that, K. Rool came back. Well, that's kind of very in line with K. Rool's personality. He will use any tactics he can to try and take advantage of the Kongs. But we're not going to let that happen. Gotta keep them fed with their bananas. This other phase right here, it's very simple. It's just a couple hops, nothing more than that. Anyways, we've beat Donkey Kong Country. At least officially on the channel. So I guess I could give some final thoughts while Cranky yammers on about stuff. I still love this game. It's still my favorite DKC out of the original trilogy, even with some of its flaws. I still prefer it over the other two. The only outstanding issue I would have is probably Chimp Caverns, and probably the first few stages in the ice world, but that's more of a me problem because I just have poor barrel timing. So yeah, that's just a me issue. But outside of Chimp Caverns, I really do enjoy this game. It's a very, very solid title. And if you ever have the chance to play it, I would highly recommend it. It's a good time. It'll definitely put you through your paces and make you a better platformer if you put in the effort. But all I can say is thank the Lord I made it through. With his help, obviously, I could not do it without his help for certain. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this series. I'm most likely going to be taking a break for a month like I usually do, along with the others. Even foxes need breaks, so yeah. Thank you guys for watching this series, and remember, Christ is King and Jesus loves you. Bye!